A satellite internet constellation comprises artificial satellites operating to provide satellite internet service, with a recent focus on the emergence of large constellations in low Earth orbit to deliver high bandwidth, low latency internet service. By the year 2020, 63% of households in rural areas globally lacked internet access due to the challenges associated with laying underground cables and erecting network towers. The satellite internet constellations present a cost-effective solution for extending coverage. While earlier satellite internet options were limited in terms of bandwidth and speed, mainly provided by geosynchronous comsats in geostationary orbit, they were costly and had low demand. The concept of LEO satellite internet constellations dates back to the 1990s, with proposed projects like Celestri and Teledesic. However, these initiatives were halted following the bankruptcy of Iridium and Globalstar satellite phone constellations in the early 2000s. Renewed interest in satellite internet constellations emerged in the 2010s due to reduced space launch costs and the growing need for broadband internet access. Private companies like OneWeb, SpaceX with Starlink, Amazon's Project Kuiper, Samsung, and China, Hongwan and National Satellite Internet Project, have unveiled plans for internet satellite constellations. By late 2018, over 18,000 new satellites were proposed for launch into LEO orbits between 2019 and 2025, exceeding the total number of active satellites in space as of March 2018 by more than tenfold. Subsequent proposals in 2020 hinted at potentially exceeding 100,000 satellites. Starlink, the first satellite internet constellation, launched in 2019 with beta testing starting in late 2020, while OneWeb initiated satellite deployment in the first half of 2020, marking a pivotal shift in the satellite industry. In early 2021, major European satellite operators like SES, Eutelsat, and Hispasat, traditionally focused on communication services in geostationary and medium Earth orbits, expressed interest in funding a broadband satellite internet constellation if supported by the European Union. This move signified a significant departure from their previous business models in response to the competitive disruption posed by newer players deploying LEO constellations. Additionally, in March 2025, SES partnered with satellite direct-to-device provider Link Global to facilitate real-time data delivery between Link's LEO constellation and SES's MEO satellites, enhancing connectivity and reducing reliance on ground infrastructure. Demonstrator satellites such as SCIF-D technology, launched in October 2022, underscore the continuous development and innovation within this realm. Various proposed satellite systems differ in satellite numbers, orbit types, and communication structures. Through statistical methods and simulations, the total throughput of these designs has been estimated. An essential challenge is the rapid movement of LEO satellites over a particular location in under 10 minutes. For continental distances surpassing 3,000 kilometers, LEO satellite internet networks are anticipated to offer lower latency compared to fiber optic links. This advantage is projected to exist even in the absence of intersatellite links, relying solely on ground station relays. Critics raise concerns over increased light pollution affecting astronomy, heightened risks of satellite collisions leading to space debris, and the lack of post-mission satellite cleanup. Astronomers have conducted studies on the impact of enhanced satellite usage in low Earth orbit on instruments like the 8.4-meter Simony Survey telescope. Research indicates that a significant portion of imaging exposures could be compromised during certain times due to satellite presence. Additionally, concerns are voiced regarding the interference of satellite internet constellations with radio astronomy. Further research is required to assess the effects of light pollution on diverse locations, communities, and observational practices. Efforts to mitigate these effects on astronomy have been proposed at conferences and through the establishment of dedicated centers. Space governance initiatives highlight the escalating number of active satellites and emphasize guidelines for space debris mitigation. Policies aimed at limiting debris release, minimizing on-orbit breakups, ensuring post-mission disposal, and preventing collisions are recommended to promote space sustainability. Scientists advocate for new governance policies internationally to address the environmental impact of orbital space activities, similar to regulations in other ecosystems. Despite the uptick in global space endeavors, a unified international authority to oversee space operations and debris cleanup is currently lacking. Federated networks of satellites across different orbits are likened to the structure of the Internet, showcasing a diverse array of operational and planned satellite constellations worldwide.